What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's Daily Devotional, man, and we are going through the book of John. We're in John chapter 20, verse 28. John chapter 20, verse 28. So if you haven't read it yet, go ahead and stop the tape, see what it has to say, come back. We're going to answer some questions. If you have read it, man, let's wait no further. Let's jump into it. What's going on in the story right now, man? What is happening? Well, we see that Jesus has confronted Thomas. He said, don't be unbelieving, but believing, man. Let my appearance, let my evidences to you make you believe, change you, turn you into something different, redeem you. And the answer for Thomas is that he does. He allows it to redeem him. It changes him, man, because he says, my Lord and my God. He didn't have to feel, he didn't have to touch, he didn't have to do any of those things that he demanded at first. But when God revealed himself, when Jesus manifested himself to him, that was it. Nothing else. And he said, my Lord and my God. This is some three big implications, I think. First off, is that the things that he required for belief weren't even necessary. Because he says, unless I touch his wounds, man. And he didn't touch them, man. As soon as Jesus said these things, he exclaimed, my Lord and my God. So sometimes we think we need more evidence, man, but just take a look. And then I know I'm jumping into application, but just take a look at Jesus. See him. Let him reveal himself to you and be changed. And then secondly, he says, my Lord and my God. I think this is super important because as he says, my God, then that is what a lot of people call a high Christology, because it is proclaiming the deity of Jesus. Now, he's been talking about how he is God the entire time through this, man. That's why they picked up stones to throw at him, because he says, before Abraham was, I am. He says, I am Yahweh. But here, it is Thomas who proclaims it. Now, we've seen others say, Son of God, Messiah, and what they call Jesus. But here Thomas declares him as God. I talked a little bit earlier too about how Mary, when she said my Lord, and then they say we have seen the Lord, that they are using this Lord term as Yahweh, like as what in the Old Testament, every time that Yahweh was written, it was changed to Kyrios, which means Lord. And so when they were saying this, is that they could have potentially been calling Jesus Yahweh. But this one is absolutely clear. And the thing about it, so that's number two. Now the third thing is that he is God. So not only has he proclaimed, as Thomas, someone outside proclaimed him as God, but Jesus accepts this as who he is. He doesn't say, oh, whoa, don't call me God. Don't do that, man. Because if he'd have done that, then we could say that he wasn't God. Because that's what a lot of people claim, that Jesus never said he was God. But as Thomas declares Jesus as my Lord and my God, then he states the deity of Jesus, and Jesus takes it. He claims this identity. So what does this say about God? First off, it says Jesus is God, and he reveals himself to us. Jesus is God, and he reveals himself to us. He revealed himself to Thomas. What does this say about mankind? I think this says that we must make a declaration of who he is. You see, he doesn't just say Lord and God as in like a statement of fact, but he says my Lord and my God. This is a personal possession, a relational thing. This is relationship. He's showing who he is in relation to who Jesus is. He says he is his Lord, his master, but he is also his God. And so it is upon us to not have some kind of intellectual knowledge or assent of who Jesus is, but a relationship, personal. He has to come in command of our lives and declare him as our God. How do we apply these truths to our lives? Well, let Jesus change you. Let the things that he reveals to you redeem you. Let the things that he reveals to you make you who you are. Change your life. So whatever's going on in your life, man, look through the scriptures, because sometimes we think we need more evidence than we do. When he displays his glory, we're changed. We're changed. So let him display his glory. Read through the scriptures, study who he is, and know him. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.